Hey, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is having a blessed Resurrection Sunday. Good to see you all. I'm trying to get the link dropped now. Misunderstood. um, just give me a second, please, to get this, and I will get it on. Okay, let me get it dropped now. That's what's your link that I put in my Nightbot. that I had just dropped just now. So I'm gonna uh, get it dropped now. Should be the StreamYard this time. Let me make sure. Yep, StreamYard this time. Okay, should be coming up now, Misunderstood. Well, welcome, TC. Thank you so much for coming through. God bless you all. Much love to you all. Thank you, Beverly, for listening. God bless you. And whoever else is in the bushes, thank you all for coming through and showing us some love. You are so welcome to come into my live stream. Do not be afraid to come here, come inside, because it's love over here. Nothing but real love, God's love. Okay, so again, like I said, welcome to Forever Lisa Royal George Palace Room, known as Safe Haven over here, where it's real talk with real people in real life. You will see God's love. You will see God's peace. You will see God's joy. You will see God's happiness. You will see God's unity. And you will see God's respect over here. So we're going to welcome our special guest, Misunderstood, which I did drop the link into the chat. So I'd like to give my little spiel before I get started. First, I want to say that this house right here is covered, with God. I'm saying? God owns this house right here. So respect God, please. Respect me as well. I am the host for Lisa. And also my moderators that's in the chat. If they block you, it's the reason why they block you, because they know this chat over here is nothing but peace. So you must have said something that was disrespectful to the chat, okay? And that's why they have blocked you, okay? So I trust my moderators. I do not question them at all, because they are grown women, and I know they're going to do what's right, okay? And so if you see somebody in my live chat who you do not get along with, just block them. That way you can enjoy the commentary that's going on in here. So I appreciate it, you all for coming through. Okay, Misunderstood. Let me go ahead and lift you on up, my sister. Oh, so good to see you, and I'm so glad that you are here.
Hi.
Hey. Let me see, make sure. Okay, Let me
I'm
add
gonna
you
turn
back
my
on.
camera on as soon as my kids get out of my field of view.
Okay.
Just so
You
you
know,
know.
misunderstood. I had just learned this myself. Sheila East taught me how to do a background. All you gotta do is get you a background and then everything behind you will not be there where you at. So I just learned this from
Ah,
someone that I got.
I like that. So
Yes,
also that way it doesn't show my whole house like how I do it.
huh?
So it doesn't show the whole house.
Right, exactly. So what I'm gonna do after the end of the live, I want you to stay on and we're gonna go through it, okay, together.
Okay.
Let me add you back. You keep dropping off.
You
Let
hear
me
me?
add you back.
Oh, there you go. Woo.
Okay, are you on? There you go. There you go. Yeah. It's a way to do it. Let me push us back some. I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. It's a way to do it. But it covers your whole. Did you drop down again?
No, can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. Now I can see you. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I can see you now. It's like it's kind of, it's just my, probably my tablet, probably going on and off like that. So I'm going to get my phone turned on as well.
Let me
So
share this.
welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. You had just walked into two beautiful women here on this panel. Women's overcoming obstacles. This is my sister right here, Miss Understood. I've been rocking with you for about what over a year, almost 2 years now, Miss Understood.
Yes,
Yes, been a while. Been a while. That me and
it's
her,
been a while. I was sharing the link out right now just to make sure I got that time right. So yeah.
Okay. Hey, Miss O, welcome, Miss O, welcome, Miss O. I'm just so excited that she finally decided to come over to do a live. We've been talked about this, you guys, since last year, but I didn't want to rush her. I want her to take her time. You know what I'm saying? To come when she wants to come, when she was ready. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me and Miss Understood, we communicate a whole lot. I believe in her. I believe God is using her for His purpose, not her purpose, not my purpose, or not your purpose, for His purpose. Okay, we all go through things, in our life, for a reason. You know, what I'm saying, for a reason and for a season. So I thank God. So um, I want to bring this verse up real quick because I like to put a verse with my topic, to keep us covered. And the verse that God had me pick was Psalm 66:16. It says, "Come and listen, all you who fear God, and I will tell you what He did for me." So that's about testimony. There's so many verses out there about testimony, but this is one that God had put my heart with because we all go through things in our life, even me. Barbara Lisa was not perfect. Barbara Lisa did things too, and back in her younger days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, I'm not perfect. Okay, so I'm here to tell my testimony, and when we here to tell our testimony, we're not on YouTube. See, this is a ministry. Y'all, a lot of people think, oh, this is just YouTube. For misunderstood. To me, this is ministry. This is where God put me at. God set me here for a reason because He want my testimony to be spoken so like you, so I can help other people. And you help me to let me speak about my testimony with me following you and how you never gave up, how you still push, no matter what people say, you still allow God to use you. You know what I'm saying? And how I look at it, they talk about Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And we know better than Him. Okay, so God put us here for His purpose. You know what I'm saying? I did drugs. Okay, back in my younger days. You know what I'm saying? I party hard. You know what I'm saying? But the different what people like to say, you try to make your testimony be pretty. No, it's not about putting my testimony pretty. That's just how my testimony was. You know what I'm saying? When I got high, Miss Nicole, I had a job. I kept a job. I paid for my own habits. I didn't go out there laying around or stealing, did nothing like that. Because I always kept a roof over me and my kids' head. You know what I'm saying? So I did what I did. But I was what you call was a guy high on the weekend because I stayed focused working during the weekday because I needed my mind to work during the work week. So I only got high on the weekend when I used to get high back, in my younger days. Like I said, it's not what I did back then, it's what I'm doing now and how God had cleaned me up. It's like I got tired of it. You get tired. That's what I said. When people on drugs, You got to want to get off of it yourself. You got to be tired of it. And that's what I did. That what happened to me. I got tired. I was tired and I was ready to just change my life. And I was ready just for God to take everything. When God took it, see, I didn't go to no rehab. See, I didn't go to no rehab. You know what I'm saying? A sign up. I just got tired. When I got tired, I left it all alone. I put it all down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about me. You know what I'm saying? I still cut myself up. I still cut my hair done. I still cut my nails done. But I would have spent too much money. Trying to spend on my habit and me trying to keep myself up as well. That was a lot on me. You know what I'm saying? This is just my testimony. You know what I'm saying? My testimony. So let me speak my testimony. So don't use my testimony for your content, okay? Because this is just my testimony. And God got me speaking my testimony to help somebody else out. That's why God connected me with Nicole, okay, with misunderstood. That's why He connected me with her. That's why I couldn't just let her go. That's why I always minister to her. You know what I'm saying? I gave her God's word and let her know she can do it. She can do it. And I know she can do it because if I can do it, she can do it. If God did it for me, God can do it for her. You know what I'm saying? So and that's this is just me speaking my truth. So let me speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take over the show because it's women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sheila E. Sheila E. supposed to have been here as well, you guys. So we're gonna definitely keep her in prayer,
Right.
because she had lost her nephew at the beginning of the week. So she had not been on YouTube. She's really, really going through. So you guys just please keep her in prayer. That's why you guys don't see her, on the panel or her name into my description box because we had did talk, at the beginning of the week. So that's why you not see Sheila E. So Miss Understood, you want to go ahead?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your house.
Hmm.
I am very happy to be here. I know we talked about it for a while, and
Yes.
I know my sister Sheila's listening. So, Miss Sheila E, I want you to know the galaxy salute you. We send our condolences, and our prayers are definitely with you and your family during this time of need. I wanted to say that. With that
Hmm.
being said, I am so excited to be here, and I love the title that Sister Lisa came up with, Women Overcoming Obstacles, because I think that was a big deal. So I wanted to talk about, you all know, or if you don't, my struggle was with drugs. I've been clean from methamphetamines for 156 days today, and I
Yes.
am very thank you. I
Yes.
am very happy about that, and I'm going to tell you something. That has been the hardest drug to kick. It's
Hmm.
um I've used cocaine like 2 decades ago, almost like 18 years ago, and the amphetamines, meth, was the hardest to kick because of the mind thing. It really takes a toll on your body with the meth psychosis, and that was such a struggle. The obstacle for me right now is trying to overcome regret, and I think that is a lot for anybody in recovery. I think not just recovery, but regret might be one of the biggest killer, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't stay clean. But with methamphetamines, not only do you have the psychological problems there, which some people underestimate a little bit. Like when they say psychological problem, I mean the depression. It's an overwhelming depression, like where you can't get out of bed. Maybe that lasts for about 2 weeks, depending on how long you were using, how pure the drug
Hmm.
was. And then the psychosis, you don't really realize you're in it. So people like Sheila, a lot of my friends would tell me, some things weren't right. And that's pretty much how I knew I was in a psychosis. But the hardest thing now is not falling into that life of regret, because that stops me from taking
Right.
care of my kids and I stay
Hmm.
stuck there. So, and I'm sure Lisa can relate to that. But
Yes. Yes. And never be ashamed of what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? That you what's on this type of drug. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ashamed what I did in my past. What happened in my past is just, it's just my past. It's not is that's I don't live there no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm living now. This is where I'm living for. I'm living for right now. But you definitely can, don't regret it. Don't feel bad. So that's how you got to overcome it. Like moving on. change your atmosphere, change your friends. So I didn't hang around with no friends. You know what I'm saying? It was just me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hang with people. So I just had to just clean myself up. You know what I'm saying? Because I was nobody attached to me who I was getting high with. It was just me. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I had to just clean me up, and that's what I did. So God helped me clean me up, and God has took it all away from me because that's what I prayed for. And that's what I asked for. And when I prayed for it, I asked for, and He knew my heart. See, God know your heart. He knows when you is ready to get off that drug. He knows it. So when He know that you sincere, He's gonna take it from you. You know what I'm saying? That's what He did for me. He took it from me. He cleaned me up. He molded me to this woman of God of today. Because I knew He was going to use me today. You know what I'm saying? I knew He was going to use me for this season
Right.
to speak my life. And I know a lot of people and probably on YouTube say, "No, not you, Lisa." Oh, yes, Lisa. Yes, Lisa.
Yes, Lisa.
Yes,
You know,
Lisa.
I love that you said that because sometimes I know y'all don't think that about me because my life is very public with my mistakes. Well, but sometimes even when I think of my sister Lisa, sometimes I do think of this angelic type person. So I'm really happy that you do share, the things that you went through in the past. And I love how you said not to use that as content. That's your testimony. And I just think that's really great you said that because sometimes I feel a lot of people are afraid of the shame. So that's really bold of you to say.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, don't be ashamed. Anybody out there. So I just hope that our testimony, like I said, you see, you that's so known, Nicole, you helped me to speak, to come out and speak. Because I know how YouTube is. I know how some people on YouTube are. You know what I'm saying? But I like, dang, look at Nicole. Nicole's strong, boy. She handling that. So you really, help pull it out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Thank
know
you.
I got a testimony. I know I spoke my testimony, here at home where I'm at, around people that who I know. But this is YouTube. This is a big platform. You know what I'm saying? And so this is kind of new for me to speak my testimony on here. But I know God is with me. I know God is going to protect me. I know God is going to, keep me covered in the blood, that He's not going to allow nobody to harm me. He's going to continue on, because when I first spoke it, and people used to say, "Oh, she making her testimony look all cute, making it look all pretty." But no, it's not that. It's just that's how it was. That's just my testimony. I can't make no testimony look cute. It is what it is. That was just my lifestyle. That's how I did. That's how I just got high. I didn't go. I didn't have to go lay down to sleep with no other people because I had a good job. I worked. I didn't go out there stealing food and stealing clothes or whatever people was doing, you know, to for they habit. No, I had a job. I worked. See, that's the difference between me and other people. I worked for mine. I worked for my habit. Okay, but uh, if I probably would have stayed out there longer, I probably could have went down that road. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have, but God did not allow that to happen to me that way. It happened to me the way how he had me do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was like, no, this is not for me. This is not me. This is not for me. This is not my life. This is not what I want. No, for my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to say no. Me. Could nobody do it but me, but Lisa. That's it.
I think that's pretty important to say because sometimes a lot of people, when they think about addiction or they think about drugs, because not every person that uses drugs become addicted, so they say. I beg to differ, but whatever. I'm not the professional there. My point is this: there's a lot of people working and on dope, and I think that is a common misconception where people think that you sleep with people for the dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is not my testimony. However, I do appreciate you bringing that out because I have seen a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that work and they struggle with drugs, and a lot of the suburban moms really struggle with the pill addiction. And what else did I see? Now meth, because they're trying to keep up with that lifestyle, that image, the weight thing, trying to use it to lose weight, like methamphetamines and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
with the pill addiction, it becomes really expensive over a while. And now the doctors are on it where you can't even go pharmacy hopping. And I had a friend, had a friend. She worked in a Christian school. My daughter used to go there, and she struggled with Vicodin, and I didn't realize that. And we're talking about nice middle class person working in a private school. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember one day she offered me a couple pills, and I'm like, girl, what's this for? Number one, that wasn't my drug of choice, but it was just interesting in this Christian environment. She struggled with the
Mm-hmm.
drugs. She eventually ended up losing her job, and she wasn't able to teach anymore. And she had a career too, like how Lisa had a career. And it's just that addiction hits us all. And
Mm-hmm.
because she was hiding behind that, I think it's harder to get clean sometimes when you're hiding behind the suburban image, and there was a lot of shame there.
Yeah, and yes, and it was, and you do hide. I'm not gonna say I hid. It's just that I was more private. Private. What I did in my private home was my business. You know what I'm saying? So but it do take a toll on you because like I said earlier, because you're trying to spend a lot of money on your habit, and then you're trying to keep your image up, because I love to got my hair done. You know what I'm saying? I used to wear the short haircuts a lot, and that was just me. So I like to keep myself looking good like I do today. That's how I was, when I was getting high as well. So
And you are very well put together, if I might add.
thank you, Nicole. So are
You're
you.
welcome. Thank
I
you.
feel you to be yourself. Yes, but this is Women's Overcome Obstacles, you guys. This is just our testimonies, and just that I've been clean for many, many, many years now. Nicole, she is on her 155 days.
Sis.
You see, Nicole?
I mean, every day counts.
Yeah,
What
every day.
15?
She's working towards it, and I stay on top. I do stay on Nicole, not just me. She got people that's in the chat that stays on her as well, that believe in her. You know what I'm saying? She also got a channel that she talks. You want to hear more about a lot of more about her testimony? Please make sure you subscribe to Misunderstood. Her chat is her link is dropping into the chat. So go ahead and hit that link, subscribe to her, and follow her. She's a beautiful woman, you guys. You guys get to know people for yourself. You might see a lot of people probably talking about her because of her habit that that she is fighting. You know what I'm saying? She is going to overcome it. You know, and like I told Nicole before, the only thing I don't like about the 12 step classes, when they I heard them say that they say that I am uh I am on drugs. That's put that spirit that you speaking that into your spirit. I don't like that. Always I tell her to say I am clean. I am delivered. That's why I tell her to say opposite, because you don't want that in you don't want that in your spirit. So it's the only thing I don't like about the 12 stuff. There's a reason why they got them saying it. I don't know why, but that's the
Yeah,
only thing.
it's the one. Well, we'll say like so you're supposed to say like if you're an addict or an alcoholic. Hi,
Yeah,
my name is Nicole, and I'm an alcoholic. Well, whatever. I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm just saying. And then it's once an addict, always an addict. So even
yeah.
if you're alcohol, so you're addicted to alcohol, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Is that what you mean? You don't agree with that saying,
I
kind
don't
of?
agree with that. No,
I see.
I don't agree with that at all. But for
And
some
I
reason,
struggle with that too. I do struggle with understanding that because to me, now I understand what they're saying. Okay, if you pick up, let's say I was an alcoholic, if you pick up another drink, then your addiction will kick back in, I think, something like that.
I don't know, because I never kick back in. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's a reason why they probably say it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess because since I never went to a 12 step program, I would probably never know the reason. But to me, with me, living a spiritual life, and I be careful what I speak into my spirit, what I allow into my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm delivered from drugs, no, I'm clean. I'm delivered. That's how I'm going to speak. I'm not going to speak nothing else into my spirit, but positivity. But like school says, she is a reason for that. Hello, Taylor May. Hello, hello.
I can't see the chat, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not used to StreamYards, but I'm not ignoring you guys. I just usually don't read chat. But I am so happy that Lisa and I get to share, because I know that a lot of us have been through the same type of thing, that I do not recommend for everyone to put their uh, you really, I think that everyone should be comfortable with their story. As for me, my
Yeah.
life just happens to be
Mhm.
really public. So my point is, like, whatever your story is, share it if you want. And if you don't, just I like to speak out, because a lot of other people that can relate to sister Lisa, that can relate to Sheila, relate to myself. And by
Yeah.
us speaking, a lot of people, I just want people to know that we're all connected, and my story is not unique. It's a little bizarre, but there's a lot of things that I will tell you guys that led to where I am today. And so I'm really into children, how they're brought up, and because broken children turn into broken adults. And for
Yeah.
me, I feel that my calling, Sister Lisa taught me that I have a calling. I
Yeah.
do believe that um, is to speak out. I don't have anyone to answer to. I'm very open about my life, so my circumstances are different. You guys can ask me whatever you want. Your calling could be something else. It could be reaching
Right.
out to somebody in your neighborhood. It could be maybe at your church. I don't know. We all have different callings and different gifts. So I'm very
That's
open,
right.
and I am very willing to listen to anybody. And so is Sister Lisa.
Amen. Amen. So anybody got any questions that you have for myself or Nicole? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey Brooke, hey beautiful, good to see you.
I
Yes,
would like to add on to something, Lisa, if I
go
may.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So I love how you spoke about the middle, I'm assuming like middle class life or upper, like, you worked and you had your addiction and things like that.
Mhm.
I love how you said that. So I think it kind of important. So when I grew up, I also came from a
You
good
okay.
life. I never
Mm-hmm.
wanted for anything. And when I got older, like, I think, so growing up in this, now I'm not trying to scare anyone, but my family is pretty religious, and there was a lot of things that happened as far as um like within the church, not the church itself, where I was in a traffic type situation. Now my family, when I say they were well off, they were featured in Fortune 500 magazines. I'm trying to give you a background, and within this upper middle class household, so to speak, there was a lot of like sexual perversion. And so I grew up later to get into adult entertainment type work. And even though I never really had to struggle, I still ended up in that kind of lifestyle because of my childhood. And so some people wonder, well, where did the drugs come from? But growing up as a child and going through those kind of things, I thought it was quite natural as an adult. So that's why I love that Sister Lisa brought up the fact that she worked through it. I was in the military. I went to college. I'm a professional dancer, and sometimes online I hear people say that I sold my body for drugs, or I stripped for drugs. That's not true. I was just used to it from growing up, and I had money. I never really had to struggle, and I don't think people realize that when you come from that type of a background where you are given everything. I love my family. I know they watch because they just sent me a message right now. Mwah! I love you guys, but my story is my story, and
Yes.
um, and I love my family, but I don't think people realize how much this happens in households that have means. Not trying to put anybody down, but it's a lot harder to get sober because the stigma, when like you're treated differently by the law. You have the money to buy the drugs, and no one really tells you no, and it became a lot harder to get clean. But it was not that I was struggling for money or anything like that. I think that in different households, uh I think that it's even harder to get clean, and I don't think it's really fair how certain neighborhoods you're looked down upon for using dope, and the other one just sent to a hospital, and I just think it's kind of weird.
Mhm. Yes.
Did that make sense at all?
Yeah. I'm listening to you. First of all, I want to say thank you for your service to my country.
Thank
And,
you.
um, and it's different households, is different. You know what I'm saying? Because you right, people with money, that do drugs and stuff like that, they'll probably they can get away with it. With somebody that's in a lower in a lower hood will get in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? So it is a big difference, but the drug is not different because
The drug isn't different. It's
the
not.
drugs don't care who they attack. You know what I'm saying? It don't care what color you is. It don't care how much weight you is. It don't care if you're pretty, if you're ugly. You know what I'm saying? Drug point. If you touch that drug, it's going to attack your body, no matter who you are. Okay, so I will continue to say no to drugs because drugs is not good for anybody. For anybody, you can get if you need to go help and go to the triple what you call it the 12 step thing. Go ahead and go, but you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to pray. You definitely gonna have to pray and ask God to help you. So I tell God was my source. God was my 12 step program who I needed. You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, and if I probably would have stayed on there longer, I probably could have been out there in the street. I probably could have been, my kids probably could have got taken from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all on the person. It's all on you. Hey, Vibrant, it's all on you. It's all on a person. You got to want to say no. You got to want to give it up, and
Oh, I think
especially
your sound cut out a little bit. I didn't hear, or did it? Maybe it was just on my end. Sorry, because maybe I'm having a lag. I think it was just me. I think my computer's lagging. Let me refresh my screen because I didn't. Okay, it was on me. I can hear you now.
okay. You
You're
good?
fine. Sorry about that. I was just like, my sound went out.
You fine. I know it's like mine's is like going in. That's why I got it on my phone and watch it on my phone instead of on my
Oh, okay.
on
Maybe
my
that's what.
instead on my tablet because that tablet like it's going in and out for some reason. I don't know
Is it
why it
just me,
does
you
that.
guys? Am I? Is it just my sound that's going in and out? Because I think I'm experiencing a slight delay. So
Yeah, I
I
think it is a delay.
okay, okay,
It's
okay.
always a delay from your phone and from your
Let me
tablet.
switch my screen. I can use, and I want to be. So my point of bringing that up, the drugs are the same, the struggle's the same, but I am very interested in the laws and how they treat people. I remember how I would get driven home a lot. Now I had just
Mhm,
pros and cons. Like I have friends that passed away very early, and they were
mhm,
heiresses. I had a friend who was an heiress to the floppy disk. Right, her dad was an inventor. He was uh what do you say, like they developed the floppy disk. He was part of the creators, and she passed away. She was born with millions of dollars. I was not born like that, but I'm just saying that so it has its pros and cons. Yes, a lot of people
mhm,
will be intimidated, and I'm not making this up. There's stigmas attached to different you think about it, like how they treat the difference between crack and cocaine, right? 'Cause who
mhm,
usually uses crack, who uses cocaine, but look at the differences in the laws. Same kind of thing. Even though crack, it may hit your blood system, your system faster. Once it gets to the brain, it has the same effect as cocaine. Look at
yeah.
how it's the laws are, right? Look at
Mhm,
marijuana. Why is marijuana classified just as harshly as heroin? It has to do with the social economic backgrounds, who uses what drug the most. So I'm saying that to say I am very involved in the laws with drugs. I'm very involved with how people are treated. It is an illness, and I think that's one of the reasons I need to be very open about stuff, because part of the
mhm,
stigma, when you go to a hospital, your insurance should cover a 90-day treatment and
mhm,
ongoing, the same way they would treat heart disease or diabetes, because once you use the drug, it alters your mind. It is a mind disease because it follows the disease module. The substance
mhm,
is whatever the drug is. The effect is
mhm,
how it affects your body, the mind, and the prognosis, the outcome, the cure
Mm-hmm.
stop using. So that's how it fits the disease module for anything else. And so as long as we have these stigmas attached, as long as we look at certain people as good or bad, the drug is a drug. I don't care if you live in a poorest neighborhood, I don't care if you live in the richest neighborhood. It has the same effect on everybody, but it is important to look at things how they are. And these laws and the insurance companies should treat people with addiction. And until we start talking about these things more and treating people, the sentence should be the same whether you are in a wealthy neighborhood, whether you're in a poor
That's
neighborhood.
right.
At the end of the day, the insurance companies need to treat people that have an addiction just like they would treat anybody else.
That's right. And I agree with you 100% with that. You know what I'm saying? It
Thank
all
you.
should be all should be treated the same. You know what I'm saying? A drug, like I said, a drug is a drug. It treat us all the same. But when it comes to the law, pick and choose who they want to give time to, or pick and choose who they want to to throw the book at. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm
Hmm.
not good with the law when it comes to that. But I am, like you said, I'm gonna be looking more into stuff like that because, you
Thank
know,
you.
some of the things that the law does is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the drug is, how to drug getting over here to hit our families, to hit our homes. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's a
We're not
huge
bringing it over
issue.
here. What you say, Nicole? Sorry.
No, it's not you. I am experiencing, you can see the chat, I can't. Is there a sound delay?
No,
Because I
I
want to
could.
make
They
sure I
said
catch it right.
they said they can hear us real good. So
Oh, okay, then don't
that's
worry
just,
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
it
about it.
might be you. You know what I'm saying? So they said they can hear us real good.
Okay, cool. Then it's just me not hearing some of the stuff that you're saying. But I do agree 100%, Lisa, and I hope that you guys understand why I brought up the social economic background. I can tell you one good thing. Now, there's also the reason, like the people that have the money, they know they're going to fight these things, but the laws are messed up. Now, people from different neighborhoods, they go on, and a good thing is they get treated, even though for the most part, even though yes, it's criminalized, but it's kind of a catch 22 because the ones that come from different neighborhoods and they kind of get a slap on the wrist, I know for a fact they are treated differently, but they end up dying. They die from their addictions. They die early. They die with all this money, with no one at their funerals. I've seen it firsthand. So
Mm,
the law, even though it's unfair, at the end of the day, it's not helping anybody but covering up the problem. They're just dying earlier. Does
mm,
that make sense? How I worded that? So even
yeah.
though think about it, like you see somebody that could go, let's say they come from a neighborhood, they rob someone, they go to prison, or they go to court, and then they find out they have an addiction, they'll get sent to rehab. If you come from some other neighborhood, you're addicted to pills. It's just a legal form of heroin or whatever the stimulant, methamphetamines. You get a slap on the wrist, but you keep using and using. And I just had a lot of my friends die. I have a friend who's an heiress of Coca-Cola, strung out on
Mhm.
cocaine, and then he turned to crack. Never got arrested. He always got sent home or house arrest, and his family just disowned him, considered him a disgrace. And I just seen a lot of stories like that.
Mm, wow. Yeah. So we got to just continue on to just to reach out to the people that's out there, that's still on the drugs, and the ones that wants to, get off. You know what I'm saying? We got to those are the ones we got to reach out to. So the ones that really want to change. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay connected with you, Nicole, because I know you want to change. I know that you want it. I know that you want to help other people. You know what I'm saying? So I am definitely here to support you. I'm definitely here to to keep pushing you, not to give up, regardless of what people on YouTube say. Keep on speaking because God is using you, Nicole, for His purpose and for His reason.
I
So please
appreciate
don't.
that.
So please don't give up because it's people assigned for us. People assigned for me. It's assigned to me. People assigned to you. You know what I'm saying? So whoever God put in my life, I want to do my best to speak to them, to help them. With God, I cannot do it without God though. God definitely got to be in the forefront of my walk and of my life and what He got me doing. That's for sure. That's real talk right there.
You have such a beautiful testimony, and I just love how everything's connected. And you definitely was a huge support system for me. I can tell you one thing that I would do differently, you guys, especially when it comes to methamphetamines. Now, all drugs are bad. This particular drug is unique in the fact of how long the recovery period is, where and it stays in your body a lot longer. Where cocaine will metabolize within 3 hours, half of it, half. Meth stays in your system after 12 hours. Only 50% of it is gone. So there is a difference, and there's a longer recovery period because of the depression. And if you have long-term use, meth psychosis is common.
Mhm.
And when you hit the psychosis, you don't realize that you're in it. If I had to do it again, I definitely would push treatment in a facility, like rehab, because when a person, your mind, you're thinking that that's your perception is your reality,
Mhm.
and when your brain is um affected by the drug,
Mhm.
then how do you know that you need help? So I wish the laws, not wish, but part of my goal eventually as I get healthier is to, the same way you can 5150 somebody who's mentally unstable.
Mhm.
I feel that a person on drugs is not able to make the decision to
Mhm.
get clean, and that detox is really important. After those few days, then they can decide, hey, you know what, do I want to get clean or not? But I really think that one of the things I learned is that instead of asking your loved one, are you high or are you addicted? You can see the symptoms. The most important thing is to get them to a hospital or urgent care. Just tell
Right.
them it's a regular checkup. Don't really tell them because their brain is affected, and the doctor is going to be able to determine how
How much you got in the system?
yeah, and then they can ask the questions. But the main thing,
Mhm.
the question isn't if they're using or not. They're gonna want to know how pure it is and what was the substance, and see the damage
Mhm.
that's done, and then they can ask them about their drug use. But before that, they're not in a position to tell you with methamphetamines. It's just a really tricky drug, and the most important thing is to get them to a facility where a doctor can diagnose them and treat them for the toxic chemicals
Mhm.
that's in their body. Because at that point, it doesn't matter. They can tell you whatever, but you need to get them to a facility.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Like I said, but this was awesome. This really, really, really was awesome. So I thank you, again, so much for continuing to speak, because I know, as young women, growing up, we were taught, what was bad and what was good. Like I said, your lifestyle is different from my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because I had, my parents was in church, and they taught us about the love of the Lord. And my father, you know, he never abused us children sexually. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody none of my uncles. We had a real close, not knit family that love. And I say love, I mean it was real love. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't brought up that way. Um, my choice, what I did, even though I was raised the right way, it was my choice to walk the way that I went. I decided to go the way that I did. Nothing that my parents did. I had some lovely parents. I had lovely brothers and sisters, older brothers and sisters. I had lovely, like I said, uncles and stuff like that. It was my choice that I wanted to venture out and see what the world was about. You know what I'm saying? So that was my choice. You know what I'm saying? So, and I wished I would have listened to my older siblings and my parents and stuff, and when they was telling me things. But when you fast, when you young, because it's 13 of us.
Wow.
And I was number 12. You know what I'm saying? so um, so I was number 12. So I just went out and just did what I wanted to do. I just had to sneak out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got pregnant at a young age. Got pregnant at the age of 15. I had my first son when I just turned 16. I had him on my birthday. Okay, so
Wow.
I did things opposite than what I was told to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had two kids in high school. When I was a senior, I had two kids. Okay, so when I graduated, my youngest son was like 3 months, and my oldest son was like 3 years old. Then a year later, I had another baby. So I ended up with three. At the age of 19, I had three children.
Wow.
Like I said, Lisa wasn't perfect. I wasn't innocent. I did things too. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. And I got married. Even though my husband and I, we was together for my ex-husband, because we divorced now. We was um we was together for 12 years before we got married. And so we was married for 26 years. So total together we was together for like almost 40 years before we got divorced. But
Wow.
life moves on, you know what I'm saying? We got a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing, I'm doing my thing over here. We don't hate each other, you know what I'm saying? So we got a really that's another topic that I'm gonna be talking about sometime on my real table talk, in the next couple of weeks. Can you be friends with your ex? And you can. Some people can't, and some people can. Like I said, we got a good relationship, and we divorced. He went his way and I went my way. So, but I've been through some things in my lifetime, but God, but God, but God.
I would definitely be there for that red table talk.
Yes, but God. Yeah. Yes.
Wow. So your son and you share a birthday with your son.
My oldest son was born on my birthday. Yes. He be
Wow.
he be 40. He be 40 this year.
That is awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So God is good. God is so wonderful. But
God
again,
is good.
yeah, but again, everyone, please support Misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? She comes because she's from California. So she comes on late at night. Um, so if you guys want to, tune in with her and check her out, she's on that midnight cruise ship. I call it 'cause it's real late.
I have the weirdest hours. I know. I know.
Yes, but go check her out because she be talking some good stuff over there. She has some good lies, and her channel is really all about her life story about the drugs. Okay, that what she been through. So I love her channel. I support her channel 100%. I do believe in Nicole. I really do believe in it. Like I said, I believe that that God is going to use her in a mighty, mighty way. Once he get finished grooming her, building her to the woman how God want her to be, not people. That's why I said always be a God pleaser, not a people pleaser. If you start being a people pleaser, it's too many people that you got to try to please. All you gotta do is please God. That one person that can give you anything that you want. You know what I'm saying? Nicole, what God gonna do for you, girl, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Watch and wait what God's gonna do to you. Because God constantly cleaning you out, girl. He constantly taking all that old Nicole out, taking all that old Nicole out and put some of that new spiritual Nicole inside of you, girl. You're gonna be a mouthpiece because you're not afraid to speak. You're not afraid to talk. You know what I'm saying? You are not. God not finished with you yet. This is just the beginning. And you think people don't like you now. God just now starting with you. Oh, they really ain't gonna like you when God gets finished with you.
Yeah.
Okay? So you keep on speaking, you keep on being about our Father's business. Continue to let God to use you to help other people that's out there who's on the same road worser than what you was on. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna constantly speak now because you got me out here speaking now. Okay, you got me speaking now. So and I'm thinking. So I want to see you. Just even though you think that I'm helping you, you help me as well.
I'm
You
glad.
know what I'm saying? Just listening to you speaking on your channel to other people, minister to other people. You don't see it's ministry. It's ministry and continue to let God use you. Don't give up. Don't give up, sis. Don't give up.
I
Okay.
appreciate that so much because I mean, not only you've helped me through some really, really dark moments, and again, there was times that I felt like I couldn't get up, and I think I even caught you crying, like I can't do this anymore. It was a really dark depression,
Yeah.
and I
Hmm.
I started to feel relapse isn't okay. It's not okay. I can't just, it's not acceptable. So I would honestly think, y'all got 10 days. I'm gonna take a 2-day break. And I just thought it was normal. My sister Lisa, not sure if Schooner's still out there, not trying to put her on the spot, but I have some really good friends. My community is amazing, and they started to hold me more accountable, and things started to change a little bit. There was a
Yes.
guilt, but a healthy guilt. Like this, because there's when it's not healthy, all right, and that's when you're judging. I could be using the wrong word, but I like to say there's a healthy guilt because it made me start to accept accountability for my own actions. It made me start thinking about how I was hurting other people, and there became a transition, a shift in my life. And now I decided to share because I'm in the sobriety sector, and there is no one that was sharing from the beginning of their journey. So you guys see the ups and downs with me. Sometimes my channel is a little fiery, but I'm sharing from a different standpoint.
Yes.
And everybody else had, years under their belt, which they're still great channels, but I wanted to do something different and share from the beginning. So I just
Mhm.
hope you guys understand that. But Lisa, I just really thank you because and my supporters, because you guys have stood by me, and I'm going to
Yes.
get healthier to do that for somebody else.
You are. You are. So I'm just gonna drop the link down one time, Nicole, just to see if anybody wants to come up. That's an X, X you a question or myself. Let me see.
Okay, no
Drop.
problem. Lisa, I was pronouncing that darn word wrong so long. The haven,
Good
like
one.
the haven, because I'm like, what the heck is a haven? Like I was trying to look it up, and so I really love how you're the safe haven. I'm like, dang,
Yes.
it's not heaven.
Yes.
Like what
Safe
the hell is
haven.
heaven? Like, yeah.
Yes, it's
I
safe
was telling it
haven.
to my mom. So my mom was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm visiting the haven sector." She's like, "Girl, it's a haven. Don't go in there saying that." My mom is so funny. She just looks at me like, it's like, "Mom, I'm visiting the haven sector. It's a safe haven." She's like, "What is that? Is that something new? I'm gonna spell it." Yeah. It's like, you never noticed that I was saying heaven? Damn.
No, I never know you said no, it's haven. I'm sorry.
You. Now I can correctly say you're from the safe
Nicole, you is
haven
too funny.
sector. No, no one corrected me. This is funny. I love my mom. She's
Oh
just in
my
the back
god.
somewhere.
Oh my gosh. I dropped the link down. If anybody wants to hit the link and want to come here and say something about this topic we're just talking to, you are so welcome to. Um, I'm here to answer any questions. So is Misunderstood, my sister, who I love so much. She's a good person.
I love you too. And happy Easter, everyone.
Yes,
Tomorrow.
yes, happy resurrection. So, while wait for somebody to come up, if anybody will come, I'm going to go ahead and give a couple of announcements real quick. On tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, it's Resurrection Sunday. It's the live-a-thon is still going on, and I'm still part of the live-a-thon. My early Sunday morning vibe is going to be at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to be speaking on He is Risen, a little bit about Jesus Christ. We know, because I supposed to have spoke on Friday morning, but Sheila couldn't do it on Friday, so I'm gonna bring what I was supposed to have spoke on Friday onto Sunday, speaking on the his last seven words, and also when he rose up on that Sunday morning on the third day. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, if you guys going to be up, you are so welcome to tune in, and also on the 23rd, which I think is this Saturday coming up on it's Autism Month. I have my best friend Lisa Caffey and a YouTuber named a content creator named Robbie Privilege. They both have autistic sons, so they both gonna this is Lisa's thing. I'm just let her use my channel. So she is going to be here, and so is Rob. We're going to talk about autistic. I don't know too much about autistics, but I know my best friend Lisa. She got 30 years experience in it because her son is like over 30, and I know Robbie Privilege. She got a son. I think he's like 5 or 6 years old. She got a little boy, so I'm glad to have both those ladies come over. So that's going to be on next Saturday at 7 o'clock on my channel. Okay, it's April 23rd, and then on April the um yeah, yeah, on April 22nd, which is Friday, is my real table talk. I'm gonna be talking about blended families, okay? Because I know when people got blended families, the husband and the wife got separate children, and I know it's a big they was talking. I forgot who the stars was who he was talking about. I guess the star was going with another star, and the child was sitting on the guy's lap. So we're gonna talk about that. Is it okay
Oh,
for
Northwest.
huh?
Northwest.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that. So that's gonna be the topic on this coming up Friday for the real tip talk on relationships, blended family. So we're gonna be definitely discussing that. Is it okay for your okay, TC? I'm sorry, TC. Sorry, beautiful. Here we go. Let me see. Come on, add on. There you go. There you go. Hey, TC. Uh-oh. Let me add you back on. Hey, when it does that. I'm trying to get you on, TC. I see you. I'm trying to wait till it say add. I
There she
hate this
go.
dog.
There we are.
Okay, okay, there we go. You gonna
Excellent.
say
All right.
right,
Excellent.
right.
How's everybody? Happy and holy Saturday, forever, Lisa,
Thank you, same
and
to you.
to you, misunderstood,
Thank you. Same
and
to you.
happy holy Saturday to the chat. I have a question for both of you, actually.
Okay.
Um, just a couple of days ago, I had an opportunity to watch. Y'all remember Raven? Okay.
The TV show. Just so
Yeah,
Raven. Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that was on the Cosby Show, Raven
Oh
from the
yeah.
Cosby Show,
Uh-huh.
Right.
right? And she's married now. She has a wife, right? And they were talking on a Tamron Hall show. They were talking about their, about marriage and counseling. So I wanted to know because they mentioned that they continue to go to counseling, even though it's after the wedding, 2 years later, and all that good stuff. And so I'm wondering, even in any situation, do you all still go to counseling, and how do you all feel about counseling?
I
Mm.
never went to counseling. You talking about for drugs, TC?
Well, yeah, I mean, because you said that you had a bout with it, right?
Yeah, I never went to counseling. No, God is my counselor.
Yeah.
I'm good. No, I never went to counseling. I think Nicole, you probably had. I think you went to online counseling, Nicole, right?
I went to online recovery, on online rehab. I've been to a regular rehab, but that was for cocaine. For meth, I do an online recovery program, but I am also in counseling and I do therapy, and I've been in therapy for years for different things. I feel it's great. It's a great tool. I encourage my daughter to speak with the therapist because it's not just that if you have a problem, it really is nice for life planning. Sometimes we go through things that we don't realize we're going through it, and I am a big advocate for therapy. And a lot of
Right,
times we're told things growing up. I don't care who you are, what culture, what nationality, we're told things that is problematic in our life. So I think therapy is great in learning how to change your paradigm, and I would advise anyone to do it, even if they're already in a relationship. It's just a wonderful tool to have.
Okay.
okay. I was just wondering, because I agree. I love counseling. I think it's an excellent tool. We need to have the human, human socialization, one-on-one contact with another human being, and there are a variety. I guess there are levels of, and there are different realms of uh, contact,
Mhm.
and the types of, I guess you could say, the types of therapy that we're going to need. So I totally agree with you. I was just really interested because I noticed that in the African American community we shun, we shun counseling, we shun the notion of it. And um I just think it's no different than talking in these YouTube streets. It's no different than talking to your friend. It's no different than talking to a person in your life that about a situation.
I agree. I agree. And it's so interesting. Really great question. It's so interesting you brought that up. I was in therapy. Some of it was okay, court mandated, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. So I didn't realize how hopeful it would be. And shout out to my sister Scooter. I'm not trying to put her on the spot, but I remember her talking about finding the right fit, the right therapist, changing your life, like not just going. And that's really important. Not every therapist is for you. You kind of got to shop around, make sure you're comfortable, because it should be like talking to a friend, somebody you're very comfortable with. And when you find the right fit, and you have your goals in mind, it's really like you said, it's like talking to a friend. It's a tool, and it's just I would recommend it. And a lot of times I would hear people say, well, I don't have any problems. uh if you struggle with any type of thing, even though I deal with substance abuse, but there's a lot of underlying things that went with that, like why was I using, why was I relapsing, and things like that. So I definitely encourage anyone that goes through any type of thing. It could be a divorce, whatever. It's just really nice to have someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but I just never did. I never will tell nobody not to go reach out to counseling, nothing like that. Because everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my
Hmm.
depression, I did need to talk to people. I got a lot of sisters. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, okay. Well,
You had your
yeah,
sister and your church.
yeah,
You're
that's
very
it.
religious.
Yeah.
yeah, but far as with on the outside counseling stuff like that, no. But I mean, I did talk to people. If that's what you meant, yes, I had. But far as
Yes.
Same kind of thing. Same thing. You're still talking to people,
Yes.
and the
yeah,
church was very helpful for me too. And then the church had offered counseling. Now I cannot believe it was 25 dollars an hour, because if any of you know about therapy, it's sometimes, well, I think insurance covers it as well, but I would
mhm,
pay a substantial amount, but insurance does cover it. But in church, I did therapy with the pastor, and it was so affordable. That was mostly for a donation for the church, and it was just really good. So I do know, and just talking to people in the church when I was going was very helpful and therapeutic, especially with the
mhm.
music and the environment. So there's all kinds of things that helps the inner soul.
And TC, and that's something that I do want to put up on under my belt is do family counseling because I know God loves family. You know what I'm saying? With me, had a family before,
Yes.
and I've been through a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to go to school for because I definitely want to see families stay together no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I know
Exactly.
God.
Exactly. I think that that is so important. Um, I think it's so easy nowadays for people to, in the family situation, to
Mhm.
leave and just to walk away.
Walk away.
It's easier
Yeah.
to do that than it is, to it's harder to stay
Mhm.
together. I think it's that, and that's because of egos. That's because of,
Yes.
other things.
Other stuff. Hmm. You got
But
people
I,
in
I,
business and stuff like that.
hmm
So that's why I
yeah.
decided that I would definitely want to go to school for family counseling because I believe families should stay together. I got no business being divorced. I really don't, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Right.
Yeah.
so God is
Well,
good.
let me just say this. To be perfectly honest, I think that people before they get married, they need to be going to counseling. I think that that is always, and it has always
Yeah.
been recommended. Folks just don't do it. Now, honestly speaking, again, you know, you gotta, everything is, you gotta work on yourself, number one. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of folks have their own dark issues, and it comes up and it manifests in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that it's very interesting that people don't necessarily see themselves, but they see other people that they need the help. The other person needs the help.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody needs the help. If you live on the face of this earth, you should go to seek something other than yourself, and just to have a talk with, and to just check in with somebody else, because perfection is reserved for God and God only. So none of us are perfect. We all have our disparities and idiosyncrasies. So we all need to help ourselves. Then now you're coupling and or marrying another whole individual, another
Mm-hmm.
whole person, and then you get together and the two people have and reproduce. Now you're reproducing a whole another individual, and that other little I call it a thing, because when I say thing, it's not a negative. But these young people have their own minds. They
Yes.
do their own thing. They're like 3 and 4 years old with a whole personality.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my goodness, like they're already here, or with an assignment. Bottom
Mm-hmm.
line.
Yeah.
So you better get it together. And that
Mm-hmm.
it's not, and therapy is not just for women. One of the things that some of my colleagues and I, when I talk to some of the brothers, they say that they don't they love and they extend the notion of therapy. And they do it because men men need therapy, and exhibit needing therapy differently than women exhibit needing therapy, you see. And so it's very, very interesting. And as I'm looking at some of these unfortunate situations that are going on, like the situation in New York with
Mm-hmm.
this guy in the train station, and all this stuff that's going on, this guy, you could look at him, Stevie Wonder could tell this thing, he needed some help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, look, and here's we have, listen, we have in and amongst and around, even in families,
Mm-hmm.
people that need to be talked to or something. And
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's a disgrace that people don't own up to it and get it done.
A person's conversation, you know where their mind is at just by how they talking. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a video that one of the girls had posted of him that he was playing. And just his conversation. I said, his conversation right there to tell me that he's not right. Yeah,
I guess I'm
conversation.
not familiar with the New York thing.
Yeah, conversation is everything. Yeah, that was so sad. That was very, 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 very sad.
Yeah. And it's really well, I don't want to say that they're connecting this guy to certain social media situations, if you all follow. And it's really going to be a lot bigger than what we think it is. It's the beginning of a whole of who's going to be targeted as we are enter the post COVID,
Yeah.
as we enter post COVID. Folks just need to watch what's going to happen. But yeah,
Mhm.
again, I'm just saying that I love counseling. I think it's an excellent thing. It's important. I tell people, do not drop your load on me. Go seek counseling. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear it. I am not Iyanla Van Zant. I'm not gonna fix your life.
Mhm.
Um, I want people to go and seek other people outside of me. I don't want it. I tell people from the door, I don't want it, because it is a lot to take on.
I bet it is.
Um, it's a lot. It is a lot. So I have mine that I take on, but that's it. That's it. That's all.
Amen.
Unless
I
unless
do
unless I'm told further. But anyway, thank you all for your time. Thank you all for this
thank you.
interview. Of
Thank
course,
you.
forever, Lisa.
Thank you. You're so
And
welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Misunderstood, for you and you're telling us your journey and sharing with us. Much appreciated, and God, God love you to all in everything that you do.
Thank you,
Amen.
T.
Amen. Yeah. So thank
Happy
you.
Resurrection Sunday. Happy Resurrection Sunday, y'all. Okay.
Same to you.
Woo! Yes,
So,
yes.
I'm
Nicole, we're gonna
excited.
end. Do you got any last words that you want to say?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, T. And number one, I am so sorry. I just realized something else, Miss Lisa. You
No,
are
go
not
ahead.
saying red table talk. You are saying real table talk.
Yes.
A real. Okay, okay. I'm like,
REAL, real table talk with real people, talking with real people in real life. Okay,
thank you.
real
And I wrote
talk,
that down for
real
the.
talk. It's real talk with real people in real life because we are real people and we
I
got
love
real
that.
life issues. Okay,
I love that.
real
What was the
talk.
date again? That date?
Oh, it's gonna be my real table talk. It's gonna be the 22nd. We're
Okay.
gonna talk about on that date. We're gonna talk about blended family.
Right. I'm
And
excited.
the
I will be there.
23rd is it's autistic month. This is gonna be know me, okay? With my best friend who I've been knowing for over 50 some years. Her name is Lisa. Also, her name is Lisa. And
Nice.
she's gonna do she got an autistic son, and so do Raw Be Privilege, which she's a content creator. So they both gonna be on my panel on
Nice.
next Saturday at 7 o'clock. Okay. And then we got May coming up. Okay, I want also I want to shout out. Hi Arlene, how you doing? I want to shout out because every month I just started this month right here. Every month I am looking at content creators and what they doing on their channels, and this is called Royal Jewels Palace popular channel of the month. So my popular channel, which you might see into my night by, my popular channel for this month right here is Sheila E. The Quiet Storm and Robbie Privilege. Okay, they are my popular channels for over here. So shout out to those ladies right there. So and when you come on popular channel on my in my live stream, your link will definitely be dropped into my chat every time I go live. Whenever I go live, the link is constantly dropped. So those two ladies are definitely the popular channel of the month for the Royal Jewel Palace Room. And so I'm seeking out two more for May. Okay, and don't forget about the rainbow tea that's gonna be coming up in May. It's on May 21st. I'm still looking for Old Skies. I have not seen Old Skies. So anybody know where Old Skies is? Because she had volunteered to be blue. But if I do not hear from her the first week of May, I'm gonna be reaching out to somebody to speak about blue. Okay, so blue might be available, you guys. So rainbow tea is going to be May the 21st. It's going to be right here on Forever Lisa's YouTube channel at 7:30. I got some beautiful, amazing women that's going to be speaking about God's promise. Okay, we all know that the rainbow means God's promise. Okay, so each person got a color, and they're gonna read the verses from Genesis I think it's 3, Genesis 9. I forgot already. I know it's in Genesis. Okay, so they're gonna read those verses. Let me. Do I got it up here real quick? I think it's 3. No, it's not on.
Oh,
Oh, I hate when I did that. Well, anyway, they're gonna be reading out the book of Genesis, which they already know because they got it in their email already. Well, anyway, they're gonna read those and they're gonna teach on the color. What does that color mean? Like TC is orange. She gonna speak on orange, Understood. She gonna tell
nice.
us the meaning of orange. What does orange mean in the rainbow? Why God picked out those 7 beautiful colors for the rainbow? You know what I'm saying? So each of those colors means something. So these women's gonna talk about that color. Okay, so I'm excited about that. So please say that is May the 21st. I'm ahead of my game, Miss Understood. This is just what I do. I'm a type
I love that.
of keep things in order. Okay, this is how I am. You know what I'm saying? That's my gift. So I think that's about it, you guys. I'll go let Miss Nicole spend her last words to you guys. Then I'm gonna finish it off. Then we're gonna end from there.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for inviting me over the chat. I see you guys. I don't read the chat, but give you guys a shout out. Let's see, Atlanta girl, vibrant. I see you guys. OS Star. I can't really pronounce the names, but anyways, I want to say thank you for letting me share. Again, I'm speaking from a survivor point of view, and just when I speak about my struggle is addiction. Now I know everybody has their own struggles, but I talk about everything within it. Some of the uncomfortable things, like what you have to do to get it, and some of the complications with family and stuff, but it's all to encourage you guys and to let you know that you're not alone. I just want to bring awareness and remember the children, because again, children grow up to be adults, and we don't want them to be problematic. It affects all of us. What's going on in our community, even if you don't have a problem with addiction, a lot of the crimes and things that happen around us has to do with addiction, because you're not really, when you're dealing with somebody, you don't know if they are on a substance or not. Are they in their right mind? And so I just would like people to just be kind of aware of some of the behaviors, some of the patterns, and women are delivering babies under the influence. So it does matter. And I thank you guys for listening to me and letting me share. And I appreciate all of y'all for your support.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you, my
much,
sis.
love.
I will
Okay.
drop into your chat and listen to you do your final talk as well.
Okay. Okay. So
Thank
just
you,
remember,
sis.
you
Thank you
guys,
so much.
never be afraid to speak your testimony. It's the reason why God gave you your testimony to speak. Our testimony is to speak to help other women or men who has fallen down the wrong path, or someone who is sick or is in need of a complete healing. Whatever your obstacles were or is, my prayer is that our testimony will be a blessing to you. So please don't be afraid to tell your story, because it is the key that can unlock someone else's prison, which is their mind. Only God can turn a mess into a message, a test into a testimony, a trial into a triumph, a victim into a victory. And we are victorious. Okay. We're going to beat this thing. We're going to win this thing. And just remember that I am not no preacher. Okay. No therapist, no counselor. I'm none of those stuff. Okay. I'm only speaking to some things that I had been through. Okay. So if you need some help, like TC said, please go seek out professional help into your city. Okay. If you need some help to find some professional, hit me on my email. Give me your city, and I will try my best to go find some help for you. Okay. So because we all got professional counselors in our city somewhere. We all do. So hit somebody if you're going through. Again, do not forget to go subscribe to Misunderstood. She's a wonderful she got a wonderful channel over there, and I really do believe that you guys is gonna enjoy her, and you guys are going to want to support her because of the things that she had been through in the past and what God is doing for her life right now. So peace out. Much love to you. Much love to you all, and know that I love you, but God loves you more. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. You welcome Misunderstood. Thank you, TC, for coming out. God bless you all. Thank you, Atlanta girl. Arlene, thank you. Beverly, Big O, my sister Bonnie. God bless you. She's on my Facebook group. I'm straight up and see what's up in here. Thank you, Arden. You sleep here. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Vibrant. I'll take this fine. Thank you. A lot of people slid up in here. Miss O. Shantae. She be here. You slid through here too. Hey. Thank you guys. King, ABC07. Blessings to you, Easter. Blessings. Brooke. Thank you guys. Much love to all of you guys for flying through here. I hope you guys can share this video out. You know, so I got my little testimony on there. And please don't use my content at all for your content. My testimony is my testimony. Okay, that's all I ask. I don't bother nobody else. I don't bother nobody, so please don't bother me. Okay, let me be about my father's business and speak what he wants me to speak. Okay, I really appreciate it if you just respect me like I respect you. Okay, peace out. I'm out. Much love to you all. Mhm. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Thank you, TC. Enjoy your Resurrection Sunday, and don't forget, come and see me tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock if you are awake. He is risen.